The African lion, Leopanthera, that's what it is called. It is considered one of the endangered predators in Africa. Its fur grows, and it has ferocious teeth and fangs. It kills its prey and does not chew bones or muscles. It became the first to defend its group if someone thinks of attacking them, because of being one of the predators. This does not stop him from his love of nature. It prefers to enjoy fishing in storms, and it loves water, as it is the home of its happiness, where it shares its drinking water with its lioness, enjoys swimming together, and returns together to its great den. It is the African lion, which has a unique life cycle, the gestation period of the small African lion. The life of the African lion begins after its puberty. The lionesses mate in their reproductive cycle during the fertile periods that range from 3 to 4 days, when the African lion and its lioness meet. And the lion takes out his tongue to hit on his female's shoulder and neck, and sticks out his teeth to bite her neck. Then the female makes a sound called purring, announcing the end of the reproductive process. African lions prefer to live a social life, so they form large family groups called pride to live. The female bears the cubs on the 4th day of estrus. Then pregnancy begins, which lasts an average of 108 days and may extend to 120 days. The cub's birth. As the lioness approaches receiving her young cubs, she must leave. She leaves the den, in which males and young cubs group gather in groups. She sets out on a journey to find a den out of sight to hide her cubs, fearing that the predatory animals will take over their young after their birth. African lions give birth to their cubs with numbers ranging from 1 to 6 on average. The shape of the cubs when they are born. Once the cubs are born, they weigh between 2 and 4 pounds. They are covered with thick fur, with the appearance of dark, scattered spots, which disappear during their stages of maturity. At that time, they cannot see the light, because they are born blind. The mother lioness takes care of them, but she leaves them for a whole day, which makes them a hearty meal for predators that is easy to get. That affects the mortality rates of cubs at that stage. But soon, the lioness returns to her young cubs to take care of them, and the African lion cubs feed on their mother's milk. The first stage of African lion cubs' growth, the first week of the cubs. The cubs are completely unable to move from the first day to the second day. They seem to crawl on the ground. And during the first week, the cub opens its eyes and the light of nature permeates them. Once it reaches 3 to 4 days, it gains a blue-gray color. While scientists estimated the size of the African lion's eyes 3 times of the human eyes. As for the internal composition, the fiery membrane lines the second eyelid. However, at this stage, it is not able to protect its eyes from flying insects or clean it of impurities. Scientists have discovered the visual acuity of the African lion's eye and attributed the reason for this to its composition. It has a white reflective layer located under its eyes. If the visual acuity of the African lion is compared with the sharpness of human eyesight, it represents 8 times more. Its early days. During its first days, it gains more weight, so the cub at this stage weighs between 1.2 to 2.1 kilograms. As the weeks pass and the cub reaches its second week, specifically on its 10th day, it begins to learn to walk with the help of its mother, to be able to roam around. Then, the lioness transfers her cubs to several dens over 1 month to give them cleaner habitats, protect them from unpleasant odors in the den, and prevent predatory animals from locating them. The mother carries the cubs, one by one from the neck with her teeth tight on their neck on the journey from the old den to the new den. The mother settles with her cubs in the main den known as Pride, where the male African lion and older cubs live in a group made up of 2 to 8 family members. Among them, there are a number of adult males, ranging from 1 to 7. The lioness moves her young to Pride when they reach the 4th to 6th week, so the mother uses her tail to raise it high as a signal for her cubs to follow her. After the newborn cubs pass their 6th to 8th week, cubs merge into a life full of great noise, where the power of the father and the play of the older cubs. They also have the ability to eat small pieces of meat as their milk teeth have developed, which young children are born with, which grow as they step into their first months, making them able to cut meat. After they reach 3 months, the cub's permanent teeth grow gradually. Not only do its teeth grow in the first months of its life, but also black fur grows at the end of the cub's tail once it reaches a period of 5 to 7 months. The African lion cub is weaned from the 5th to the 8th month, and becomes more adaptable to the cubs of other lionesses. and becomes more adaptable to the cubs of other lionesses. The cub jumps, playing with the tail of the African male lion that may leave it and may snarl and hit it other times to qualify the young African lion after weaning to go out into the wild and start hunting its prey 11 months after its birth, or 330 days. At that stage, the cub can walk next to its mother and its length is close to her shoulder, as its growth and increase in its age are measured by its length, and it merges with the beautiful nature to learn in its new stage how to search for prey. While the long hair gradually grows by skipping the first months of the cub's life, appears between 12 to 14 months, covers the chest, neck, the abdomen, and appears noticeable on the hind legs. He gets his permanent teeth, which are fully grown after reaching 15 months. Then the cub can use its teeth to cut meat and soft organs, as they mostly do not grind food or crush it, so the African lion cannot grind the cartilage or teeth of its prey, and the growth of the body hair of the cubs is fully completed at the age of 2. Lion's hair. Females are covered with hair, and their mane grows longer than males at the stage of puberty. However, it is affected by the conditions of the surrounding environment. The length of the lion's hair grows in the chest area, affected by the temperature and the nature where it inhabits. The higher the temperature, the slower the lion's hair grows. On the contrary, in harsh weather, it grows dense. The second stage of the cubs, sub-adult stage. It becomes stressful for the African lioness as the cubs mature and become able to adapt to the environment. As the males may attack her young cubs that have not yet reached the age of 2 and eat them, the female cannot protect the cubs because she is weaker than them, but it may succeed if mothers unite together to protect their young. The second stage of the cub's growth, called sub-adult, which means semi-adult, begins as their ages range between 2 and 3 years at that stage, so the features of the lion cubs change, and adult females of African lion cubs weigh an estimated 3/4 of the mother's weight, and have a number of characteristics that make them ineligible to go out in the wild or separate from their mother's pride. She does not appear fully grown, her nose is covered in pink, and appears with a very small head. In terms of size, the female African lion in adulthood is smaller in size, but her features appear clearer after 2.5 years, unlike male cubs that are close to full growth in adulthood, while it continues during the semi-adult stage until they enter the threshold of 3 years, adulthood. As the cubs of the African lion reach the age of 3, they have reached adulthood, which continues to its 8th year. The features and dimensions of males and females appear different in adulthood from the previous 2 stages, which makes the lion cubs adults, and the lionesses are able to reproduce after their growth. It also has the extreme characteristics of lions as African lion teeth. As soon as African lions reach adulthood, they have teeth, which appear to be conical in shape. It has 4 teeth that tighten its grip on its prey with it. Its length reaches 7 centimeters, and it also has 30 teeth in total. It is not as some believe. They don't help it kill its prey. Rather, the burden falls on African lion sprockets. The sprockets of the African lion, called carnassials, is entrusted with cutting meat and killing prey because it has sharp scissor-like crowns for its entangled, delicate composition, as well as a set of anatomical features of the mouth that make it better able to devour its prey, as it has 12 incisors, divided into 6 in the upper jaw and 6 in the lower jaw. The African lion also has a tremendous ability to open the articulated jaw while killing its prey. The capabilities of the African lion don't only depend on its sharp teeth and incisors, but also extend to its fangs and molars as the incisors approach the fangs. African lion tusks. The role of African lion fangs is reflected in the function of hunting prey while catching or pulling prey. The process of attacking the prey begins with biting the animal from the nose or throat area to begin the stage of holding it, so that it does not escape. And then, the African lion drags it, uses its fangs to suffocate its prey, and presses on the windpipe, so the prey moves to try to escape from the clutches of the lion, but its fangs can control it. Then, the lions start cutting meat with their teeth into small pieces, so that they can be swallowed easily. After the lion's strong bite runs out, with its very strong jaw muscles estimated at 1,000 pounds per square inch, which qualifies the lions to live in the wild, its tongue can also eat its prey, as it is very rough, appears covered with thorns called papilla, which works to scrape the flesh from the prey. African lion environment. Cubs belong to the family of carnivores, which pushes them to hunt prey, and so African lions are usually active in their environment during the day. Some scientists consider that the lion was an African symbol because it spreads throughout the African continent, specifically in sub-Saharan Africa. In the past, lions have been present in Africa at an average rate of 80% east and south, especially in savanna forests, where grasslands provide them with the vegetation needed for the eating and hunting process, especially with the help of the paws and claws of the African lion. African lion paws. They have 5 fingers on the front paws and sharp, powerful claws up to 38 millimeters long. Not all fingers are equal, as it has a front claw on its toe that makes it able to pull its prey. It is called dew claw, which usually does not appear because the lion can pull it inside and hide it in its fur. It is considered one of the most powerful tools that enable him to press on his prey. While its claws are made up of the sharpest keratin material, especially it increases its intensity by scratching trees, which makes it very pointed, allowing it to hunt freely. African lion ears. Lions' ears also grow to 5 feet tall and 4 feet wide. The features of the cubs differ when they reach maturity, as both males and females gain extra weight. Males weigh 189 kilograms, while females at puberty weigh 126 kilograms. The length of the head and body of an adult African lion range from 2.6 to 3.3 meters. His senses grow and his physical and corporal features develop. African lion's tail. The tail of the African lion emerges in adulthood, whose role lies in maintaining its balance during the running to obtain its valuable catch. The lion also uses his tail to warn his pack, fearing approaching it while being angry or in a bad mood. African lion speed. The speed of the African lion increases in its adult stage and by skipping its sequent years. The African lion runs at an average speed of 81 kilometers per hour, which makes it the second fastest wild animal in Africa, with estimated jump strength of 11 meters. African lion diet. The African lion has a great ability to run, which increases its chance of hunting its prey as wild dogs and hyenas. It also doubles its ability to eat wild animals and zebras. Especially, its diet includes antelope and medium-sized or large wildlife, as it can eat rodents and hippos, besides the lion's ability to eat small elephants and giraffes. African lion legs. The African lion is also characterized by strong legs and covered with dark black color fur. Females are attracted to him the darker he gets, believing that he is stronger and more capable of mating. The African lion breeding. Immediately when they mature, they become capable of mating all year. Scientists believe in the breeding period, which begins from February to April. The male African lion becomes mature as soon as he reaches 26 months, but he does not reproduce at that stage because he is not able to get a female for him, as his organs aren't complete yet. The African lion waits until it's 4 or 5 years old to mate, once every 2 years if it is in the wild, unlike the males of nature reserves that mate every year. While female African lions can reproduce after they reach the age of 2 or 4, after they enter a reproductive cycle that lasts for 3 to 4 consecutive days, and both the male and female African lion meet, relying on the strong sense of smell that contributes to distinguishing the smell of urine, carrying mating hormones. Each can identify an area to meet by making a roar sound that reaches 5 miles away. The mating occurs every 20 minutes over 24 hours. Scientists attributed the reason for this to the desire of African males to preserve their paternity. Therefore, the female does not marry another male throughout her life. He bears the responsibility for defense, while the females bear the responsibility for cubs and hunting. African lions' ages, old adults. Especially the African lion enters the stage of old age, which is called the old adult stage, where the last stage of its life, which begins with him as soon as it reaches the age of 8. At that stage, female and male features change. They appear larger in size after gaining more weight. Their teeth appear more yellow and maybe more broken, and the fur fades. The ears appear to be torn at the end. The nose turns from pink to black, and the width of its head also increases. While the ages of males are less than females, they do not exceed 12 years, and the life of female African lions extends until they reach the age of 16 years. So the life cycle of the African lion ends after it passes through the old lion stage, the extinct African lions. In the past, African lions spread across the continent of Africa, but over time, Their presence has become weak in their natural habitats. Scientists have attributed this to poaching with intending to exploit the skins, teeth, and claws for their economic importance. In addition to the random killing of farmers for fear of their ferocity on their livestock that made the international community move to protect the imminent dangers of the African lion life. African lions protection. Many institutions have tended to provide safe habitats that reduce the loss of African lions by designating national and public parks as captive areas that protect lions from loss and hunting. They're really unique features. It kills its prey, and it is considered the second most powerful animal in the world. Has incredible fangs and teeth, the tongue scratching hard, and a life cycle of no more than 16 years. Do those grayish yellow eyes enjoy the calm of nature, or will hunting rifles continue to attack them?